Okay, I have a layer of just acrylic latex down, and now I'm going to put some gesso on each piece, and I'll be all ready to draw and paint. Okay, now I'm working on the ibis from Mayaka again. It's kind of hard to show you what I'm doing and do it. So that's why sometimes I just shut off the camera and because I have to turn this toward me. I don't have the greatest setup here. I'm not really set up to show people what I'm doing here. So I've had better setups in the past, but I don't have that set up right now. These, frankly, these aren't lessons. These are just to give you an idea of what I do and kind of how I do it. And that I am, in fact, doing it. This is not AI. And that these places mean something to us. Mayaka is an amazing state park in Florida, and we spent a week going there. There are alligators. If you want to see alligators, go to Mayaka. Okay, so I'm going to turn this back toward me for a while and lay in my underpainting. Okay, here I have laid in more underpainting. So here I've brought in a lot more ultramarine blue into it, and alizarin crimson to deepen that color because there's a lot of shadow in there, and it's going to really help all the sunlight on that moss pop.
Right. Yeah, it does.
Let me show you what I'm doing here. Okay, so there's my there's my image. I am very impressionistically laying in areas of color. Now, if you look at the original, you can see that it has the same tone. Haven't done this part yet. This is my palettes, and see, I've got all kinds of things going on here. I've got cool greens, warm greens, very warm. Anyway, this is what I keep reaching over to make my colors as I do this. Now, for that center piece right here, that's kind of a mishmash of warm and cool. So I'll be laying that in next. Okay, here's my dark background. I'm gonna pull some warm, this is cool. Gonna pull some cool into it. The ibis will go in last. Okay, here's some warm. And I'll refine it, but not a lot. I don't want to overdo the refinement of it where it takes away the energy of the painting. You want a painting to have good energy. And if you get too particular and detailed, it can interfere with that that energy that you're creating through your kind of wild brush strokes. So I like to put little bits of detail in things like this, but not overdo it. Okay, there's the picture. I have simplified it, but all the color is still in there. And there's enough detail in there that, you know, I think that's a pretty great representation of what's there without it being too busy. Now here I'm leaving this darker and even more simple because that's where the bird's gonna go. And I really want that white bird to pop. So I'm gonna let this dry for a while. Okay, I'm gonna let you watch me try to get this ibis sketched in correctly. I'm looking for relationships. Right now I'm using a bluish white, although a lot of yellow is coming through in it from underneath it. I think I should have moved it forward more. It's too close to this over here. This is correct. It is that close to that limb. But I think if it was sitting right here, it would look better. Okay, just going to paint it out. Sometimes things can be right, but not quite right. So technically it's right, but I think it needs to go more right here will be better. Okay. I'm going to try again, further away from the tree. Got ultramarine blue mixed in with the white. It'll take another layer to get that, or two, to get that the color I want it to be. Okay, that's much better, much better. Okay, I'll just lay the beak in there, but I'll be refining it too. That's barely showing up. Okay, well, it's laid in there, but I'll make it look better. Okay, time to let it dry some. Here are the 5 that I'm working on right now, and I'm going to add to that. So the way I do this when I'm working on small ones, I've just found that since you have to wait for things to dry, that it's better to go ahead and start several and jump around, because each one takes several hours to paint, much less dry. So they get layered and layered and layered. And so I find it helpful just to set things aside and then work on something else.